Hi. Hi, Kat. Hi, Louie. Hi, Gail. Hi, Kui. Oh my gosh, Rag. Thank you so much for the 12 months. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, Ultima. Hi, Millie. Hi, Cesty. Thank you for the hydrate. Yeah. Hi, everyone. There are some like storms about. I don't know if they're going to affect the stream, but I thought, well, whatever. Let's just go for it. We'll see what happens. Um, I'm just trying to remember. Oh, wait, where did I save? Oh, well, I guess we'll figure it out. Load state? I think I might have, yeah, okay, here we go. Hi everyone, I was actually like debating whether to continue with Fatal Frame 3 at the moment or whether to like drop it and not drop it but just like come back to it a little bit later, because I was a little bit disturbed by the fact that a singular chapter, and we're not even halfway through the game, took like 4.5 hours and we didn't even finish it. Which, I mean, to be fair, I think probably like an hour and a half of that time was chatting, but that's still a really long time, so I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. Her makeup looked really pretty in that lighting. But yeah, what's everyone been up to? Thank you for the 3 stream streak, Gooey. But I kind of decided that, at least for now. Ooh. Wait, okay, we'll talk about this in a moment. Oh, interesting that the blinds are kind of like blowing. That's interesting. 10 years of power. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for the 10 stream streak. Mowed the lawn, that's all that happened. It sounds like a productive day. Really. Fair Frame somehow became the Yap game. It kind of did, yeah. I think upon like reflection, the thing that was like annoying me was that you like you'd go to like a part of the mansion and you'd like fight a ghost, and the ghost would like allow you to go somewhere else in the mansion. But the way that it did it was via by unlocking a door that had been previously locked. But because it was just like sealed off, I was like, oh well, that's nothing to like really there's nothing to really foreshadow that that was what actually happened. So yeah, but then again, I also kind of thought that Fatal Frame 3 is kind of like one of my bucket list games. Like it's the Fatal Frame game that I've been the most interested in for like my entire life. And even though it's taken me 13 hours to make it halfway through the game, well, I'll keep going. I'll keep going at least for now. Creepy. The directional audio is really good there because it plays in your right eardrum. TV? TV? Eh, scary. I love the way that the haunting in the dream world is like infecting the real world. I think that's really creepy. I saw Metroid Dread all these years later, not much else today. Oh, let's go. I still need to play it as well. At this time, I actually stopped playing it because I was like, oh, this would be a good stream game. But then I kind of just like moved mostly towards retro games. Um, so I'll probably play it sometime. I'm really looking forward to Metroid Prime 4. Um, was thinking about this, but I wonder how long it's going to be. Because it did look like from some of the trailers that there was something of an open world. Oh, new girl? Yeah. Save the two. Okay. Oh my gosh, progress. Thank Guinness. It's just something has been caught in the photo. Okay. Fair enough. Of an image of what? Obtain the 4 purity stones. Oh my gosh, why is there 4 things that we have to find again? By the handmaiden's song, subdue the waking of the priestess in the Chamber of Needles. Chamber of Needles sounds really, really cool. Somewhat. I actually do want to find out about the hanging prison. I shelved Dread for PDSP was a Brilliant Diamond, Shiny Pearl. It took me a moment to figure out what that was. Hanging prison. I was curious about this. In the room with the hanging prison was an altar with it, where a human skin hung, covered in tattoos. Before the altar was a pedestal with 4 round objects on inscribed with writing. Between the 4 purity stones, is this connected to the hanging prison? Is there a shrine maiden inside? It would appear there to be. I kind of gave up on Metroid after GBA games moved more towards survival horror. Well, Dread is definitely survival horror. To a certain extent. I was saying the 4 MacGuffins are very in importance. Yeah. Slightly unfortunate, but alas, what can you do, you know? Eh? There was something there that I could have taken a picture of, but then I lost it. I think anytime a game tells me to find 3 of the things, that drives me a little bit insane. It's probably one of my least favorite tropes. Should we go upstairs first? I mean, I think, yeah. Just in case. Who knows what's up here? And then we'll pick a direction and go there. Something I noticed when I was playing this offline for a little bit, because I had to be able to make progression happen. The sound design is really, really good. It's really creepy. I don't think I quite noticed it when I was just playing it on my own time. I don't think there's anything in here. But we can go to the end of the room. A very creepy mansion manner of sleep. Okay, tightly sealed. For now, until the game later on is like, oh, actually we unsealed the door, by the way. You have to go there now. You defeated a ghost on the other side of the mansion, so now it's time to go into the attic and go through that door that was previously locked. Fusion slowed down stuff too much and made the game very linear because of it. Zero Mission was fine until the crappy Ada chapter. I lost all taste for Metroid after that, but I'm in the minority for that one. Yeah, I know a few people that don't really like Fusion. I personally really loved it. I haven't played Zero Mission yet. Okay, let's try this door. Hopefully we can like finish more than one chapter today. If I could like complete a couple of chapters, that would be nice. Like at least 2. That would make me happy. Where am I going? Okay, well, let's just keep going down here and just see what happens. Like, there's no guidance for where we're supposed to go, so I guess we just wander around until something happens. Which is quite spooky, to be fair. It's funny, I sometimes watch other people playing like survival horror games, or not even survival horror, just like games that have spooky sections, and I'm like, oh, it's kind of scary. But then I'm playing like Fatal Frame 3 and something like jumps out at you and I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. I guess we can't come back here until we get a man to move the bookcases. Gigi, welcome. Haven't played a Metroid game since the Prime trilogy. There's been something of a lack of Metroid games since the Prime trilogy, come to think of it, hasn't there? Welcome, welcome. We installed it while you weren't looking. Finish the creepy mansion clearing in the meantime. Yeah, good morning. We attack at Dawn. Dawn, welcome. I have a question. How did you get an annotated character for your stream? My friend actually made it for me. My friend made it for me because I did a lot of video editing for her, and she's a rigger, so she drew and rigged it for me. But usually if you want a VTuber, you'll have to you'll either commission someone or you'll find like someone with an adoptable. So an adoptable model might be like one that like people have finished the design for, and you'll then buy that, and it will either come like pre-rigged or you'll have to like find someone to rig it afterwards. Yeah, that's the usual options. Buying even an adoptable VTuber model is like pretty expensive. Rigging and drawing and rigging and everything just takes so much time. So they're very, very, very expensive. Nice, thank you. I just didn't get into Prime at all. Bought the first one when it came out, just didn't get gel with it. I suppose I never bothered with 2 and 3 though. I did buy them on Wii and Wii U. Whichever one had that thing. Oh, the Prime trilogy. I haven't actually finished Prime 3, but I love Prime 2. I think Prime 2 is better than the first Prime. Although I do actually quite like Prime 1. Surprisingly. But I think Prime 1 felt a lot more vanilla-y to me. Which I liked less. Like I preferred it when it was more I preferred some of like the atmosphere of Prime 2. And I'm not really sure I never finished Prime 3. It just didn't happen at the time. I guess if that's kind of what I was thinking before, like if it came to streaming a Metroid game, I'd probably be more likely to stream like Metroid Prime 3 than I would be to stream Metroid Dread. Or one of there's only a couple of Metroid games I haven't finished at this point. Okay, well, nothing was in this direction, so I guess this was just a waste of time. Tiny fairies unfazed. Probably for the best. 2 was rough. Weirdly enough, it's actually my favorite. All I remember now is the guy who ran Retro Studios was a complete dickhead, even though the devs worked hard to make good output. The CEO bloke did his best to run it into the ground. I remember one of the developers for Metroid Prime saying like, yeah, I can't believe people like this piece of trash. Which I thought was... I don't know what kind of a person that guy was, but it is kind of funny not knowing anything else. I watched people rig before and it's crazy some of the stuff they have to do sometimes. Yeah, it is. Ashi rigged my model and did two models for themselves and does commissions for other people, and Karin rigged her model and did a Halloween model that she also drew, which was amazing. It's so much work. It's crazy. It's insane. It's really, really, really insane. The amount of stuff that you have to learn just to rig the model. I never knew that Lexi nor Nee. Yeah! Prime 2, my beloved. Let's go! Hi Dickers, welcome! Some feature models cost as much as a car. Not many, of course, but they can get really expensive. Yes, they can. They really, really can. Like, it's an insane amount of work. It's really, 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 really a lot of work. It's not easy at all. You know, actually, let's go back this way, because if we can go through that door, which we probably can't, but if we can, then that's potentially like less backtracking than going down all through this way. I think this makes sense. The original Metroid, Super Metroid are still my favorites. I only played like, well, it was actually a while ago. I never played Super Metroid growing up, and then I bought a Super Nintendo not that long ago and was really surprised by how much I liked Super Metroid. Okay, good to know. Well, it's sealed by a strong power for now. Maybe later on. Maybe it was already sealed and I just forgot about it. I don't know. Springbird's departure was attributed to frequent absenteeism using retro serves to host a website that featured pictures of scantily clad women. Oof. After he got fired from Acclaim for unspecified reasons. Oh my gosh. I remember starting to get severe motion sickness with FPS in my teens when Prime started coming out, so I never played any of them. Could probably deal with it now that I have proper glasses, but my interest kind of waned. It's really interesting that some people get severe motion sickness and then other people just don't. I tried to stream Hat in Time, and I really like Hat in Time. I like, oops. I really like A Hat in Time, but a couple of people were getting motion sickness. Oh, you want me to crawl down the creepy passage? Okay, I can do that. A couple of people were getting motion sickness and like couldn't watch because of it, like it was making them want to vomit. So I just stopped playing it. And I know that Balan Wonderworld, which is a game that I actually really want to stream because I played a bit of it and I loved it. But again, that's a game that seems to get a lot of people motion sick. Apparently even people that don't get motion sickness from Balan, which is a real shame because like as a streamer, if people can't watch you, like if the game is so abrasive as in it's making people want to puke, then it's kind of a bit stressful to stream it because you're like, oh well, okay, I'm losing every. No one can watch the stream because everyone just wants to need the bucket and to throw up. It's a bit difficult. Springberg, whoops. Oh, nice. Next created Top Heavy Studios, which developed the Guy game. Yuck. Gross. Sorry I can't catch much more streams. Have to hit the hay in old North America. That's okay. Thank you so much for stopping by, Icarus. The only time I've ever gotten motion sick from a game was when I tried Half-Life 2 in VR. Only that game, only in VR. I think the only time I ever got sick from a game was actually Minecraft in VR. I'm not sure what it was about that game. But Minecraft in VR just like seemed to destroy me. It was not very pleasant, but no other VR game has like done that to me, including like VR chat and yeah, anything else in VR does not. Plenty of VR that's stupid shit like climb the giant Metal Gear Solid 3 ladder and driving Ridge Racer cars really fast. Something about Half-Life 2 just did it. It's strange, isn't it? You're like, good morning. My friend had that happen with House Flippers, bought it for her and she really liked it, but after a couple of hours she felt sick and it reoccurred during separate sessions. Feels bad. It does feel bad. It does feel bad. I know that Ashi struggled with motion sickness in Nier Automata, and they really liked the game. Like he got pretty far through it. No, he finished it. Yeah, they finished it, but it was like motion sickness pretty much the entire way through, which is it was the same case with like Subnautica. It's hard to special ability double. If you continue pressing the X button, you can charge your spirit power in 2 stages. Shoot by releasing the X button. The greater the charge, the greater damage you inflict. I see. So it works like... They did say the X button, right? Interesting. I've known people who get it for all sorts of games, Phantasy Star Online 2 being one of them. It's really unfortunate and I'm not really sure what to... I'm not sure, I don't know if you can even like do anything about it. Max value... I guess I'll go for max value next. I might play Kirby Air Riders Global Test soon. Oh, I hope you enjoy it. It's not very far until it launches. I don't think I'm very interested in Air Riders 2. But I'm glad that it's being made. I guess I don't really have anyone to play. Like I always used to play kart racing games with my sister, but that doesn't happen anymore, so it's the same with like any kind of local multiplayer game. I'm a bit like, well, what's the point? What's the point in even buying it? Smash Bros is kind of like, I'm really not into Smash Bros, but I'd probably still buy them just because it's kind of interesting and fun to mess around with for a little bit. I probably get my money's worth, but it's probably not that much time, all things considered. My sister was never really interested in playing Smash Bros anyway. I've never used VR unless you count a few minutes with the Virtual Boy. That thing was terrible but didn't give motion sickness, just hurt my eyes. It's so good that Nintendo is bringing it back, isn't it? It's so good. Actually, no, we make fun of it, but I mean, I do kind of consider it to be good that the Virtual Boy is being kind of brought back in some degree. Um, I think that's like pretty cool. I think that's kind of cool. I no, I am actually like genuinely kind of happy about that, because I think it's nice when like all technology is made more available. It'd be like if someone like really re-released like a functioning Vectrex that you could buy for like a couple $100 or something. I think that would be cool, and then not having to hunt down an original Vectrex or something like that. I have a friend with a Virtual Boy. I should make him dig it out and let me hurt my eyes in it. I still play it that sometimes. I have it on my GameCube. Oh, Phantasy Star Online 2. I don't think I'll ever completely stop playing PSO. It's just one of those for life games. I don't even play with anyone these days, but all us oldies who did still talk about it. I've never gotten into the Phantasy Star games at all, but I am kind of like interested in trying them out at some point. Not so much like the online games. I did play a little bit of Portable and Zero. Portable 1 and 2, maybe, as in when I say played a little bit of it, I might have played like an hour or two of each of them and then couldn't get into it and then stopped. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything, because like it wasn't really the fact that I couldn't get into it. It was more the fact that it was like, do I want to spend my time doing this? No, not really, not at the time. So I just took it out and played something else. I don't know when there will be a new Smash Bros game. It's kind of unfortunate that Smash Bros, like Sakurai is quite a good developer, but my favorite game that he's done is Kid Icarus Uprising. I love Kid Icarus Uprising. It's one of my favorite games ever. And I remember when it came out in like 2012, Sakurai was interviewed and they asked him like if you'd ever like to make a sequel. He was like, oh yeah, maybe in like 12 years time. It's like, please, I really hope that when Kirby Air Ride was announced, my heart dropped a little bit, because I was secretly hoping that the time that he hadn't been working on Smash Bros. In the Smash Bros. Mind, that he had been working on a new Kid Icarus Uprising game, and then it turns out that it's Kirby Air Ride this, which is fine. Maybe we'll get another Kid Icarus, but they'll probably be like, oh, Sakurai, we need a new Smash Bros. Game. Get back in the Smash Bros. Chair. Put 1 and 2 are good, I think. Yeah, no, they're good. They're well received. It just, at the time, I wasn't interested in spending that much time with them. Could get a Switch 2 update of Ultimate. I feel like, in a sense, I don't know. Is there a point in like making another one? At least, I mean, this is the same with any fighting game. Like, oh, Street Fighter 7. Is there any point in making like Street Fighter 7 when like Street Fighter 6 is still good? Is there any point in making a new Dragon Ball Fighters when Dragon Ball Fighters is still good? You know, it's kind of like, yeah, there is a point. And it's like, iteration is fun, and also it makes a bit of money and gets people excited, and it's kind of like a new chance to get things started again. But please make a new Kid Icarus Uprising, please. PS Fantasy Star Ultimate Clementine seems to have like 70 people online at any time. That's pretty good. Hi guys, good morning. Kid Icarus Uprising is good, but I had to use the accessory because it sprained my wrist otherwise. Yes, that's the problem with the game. It didn't hurt my wrist personally, but I know that there were a lot of people that weren't even able to like play it because they got such severe wrist pain. It's kind of the same thing with like the motion sickness. Hopefully that wouldn't be much of an issue because they wouldn't use the there's no reason to do like that setup ever again, but oh no, you never know. They did kind of like do the funny control scheme for Kirby Air Riders again, so who knows? Maybe they'll figure out a way to make everyone get repetitive strain injury. Switch was the only time they ever pushed out a Smash Bros game that fast, and it was just the Wii U one. They've always been like year 2 or 3 games. Yeah. I mean, they kind of like had every single character in Ultimate, and then added like a bunch of DLC characters. So like, what more can you do with Smash Brothers? Except like cut out half the roster. Not everyone is here, in fact, like barely anyone is here. That won't go down very well. By creating like a version of a fighting game that includes every single fighter that they've ever made, it inevitably means that any other future one, which they probably can't do that, even just from the perspective of like getting all of the licenses again. Yeah, I guess we'll see. Can make your own Fantasy Star Online private server. I miss the Sonic days on the original Dreamcast servers. Oh, I was actually thinking about playing more Sonic games again recently. I had such like a phase of Sonic autism last year. It was really fun. It was really fun, but I don't know, what can you do? I wouldn't mind like replaying Adventure 1 and 2. Maybe I played the PC versions that were modded last time. This time I could do the Dreamcast versions. I was thinking about that. That could be kind of fun. That could be kind of fun. I wouldn't mind like replaying Adventure 1 and 2. I think if it's the Dreamcast, that's slightly different. It's not quite that we're playing like streaming the same game twice. It's kind of like playing Baroque Saturn and then Baroque PlayStation 1. I'm kind of interested in Fantasy Star, but not like the online games. Yeah, I same. I'm interested in Fantasy Star 4 because that's the one everyone raves about. But then again, I'd also probably rather play like Lisa Cubed, if I was to do that. Fantasy Star 1 is easier the further you go in, but grindy. 2 has horrible dungeon layouts, so you need a map, and a little grindy, but it's great otherwise. 3 is the ugly duckling with the worst everything. 4 is like comparable to Final Fantasy 6. Yeah, I've heard that before. What if we made a 3DS controller for the Switch 2 with another screen and everyone loved the circle pad? Yeah, what if we like made a second screen for the Switch 2, and then we made it so that you could only play the new Kid Icarus Uprising game by like using the touchpad to control the reticle again. Oh no. Bring Star Space to Smash. That would be good. That would be good, honestly. Shoutouts to the new 3DS owners that had to use the Circle Pad Pro nipple on the right. I was one of you. It was painful. Yeah. I mean, I quite like the Circle Pad Pro nipple, but it does get like a bit. I guess my fingers weren't that big, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But yeah, it is kind of a strange thing to use. I was kind of surprised that it worked as well as it did. I always have the Sonic Oilstism. I can't stop buying Sonic merch. Oh, I saw some really cute Sonic merch the other day. It was like Sonic Sanrio merch. It was so cute. I really want to buy like all of them. I really want to buy every single one of them. Lisa Cube, yeah. You could absolutely start with Fantasy Star on 4. You don't need to know the previous games. Oh, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Just miss out on fan service, like old enemies reappearing. Well, you can always like go back to the previous game and then suddenly it's like, oh, that's where that enemy came from in Fantasy Star 4. The censoring in the original Dreamcast server was kind of amusing too. Like you couldn't say you were going into the basement on Saturday. Oh, that's quite funny. Yeah, most of the fan service would just be good if you played 1, 2, 3 later. Mods by Lexi, the Sonic merch. Yes! Do it, mods! Honestly, I kind of like the 3DS nipple for Monham camera, but I'm also one of the weirdos that turns on the 3D. Oh, I never turned off the 3D. In fact, I got annoyed by 3DS games that didn't allow you to use the... Where you at? Hello! She's been a little bit dramatic. Like, settle paddle. She barely does any damage. Maybe just something has been caught in the phone. Great, but not what I'm looking for. Oh, okay, nice. Well, that was scary. Is it Linda Cube? Oh, Linda Cube. Yes, Linda Cube. My mistake. Just remembered yesterday I spent the half of the day trying to gaslight a chatbot into thinking the console was a real war and eventually got to give me a casualty list for the Battle of Green Hill. The best one was Amy getting caught in the time loop for some reason. I have pretty much every Sonic game on Steam. I think I do too. I do have like some more Sonic games that I didn't stream that I still want to stream. I do want to stream Sonic Forces at some point. I was so like into Sonic games last year that I played a little bit of Sonic Forces like off stream, and I was like, I'm actually really enjoying this quite a bit. And then I bought Sonic X Shadow Generations. I was like, oh no, I need to save this for stream as well. 3D on the 3DS always hurt my eyes. It never hurt my eyes for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, no, that's very common. Extremely common. I don't know why I was like immune to the eye hurting effect, immune to the Kid Icarus Uprising wrist strain. New 3DS definitely made the 3D better. She's poking us to death. She was. I only found 3D useful with Super Mario 3D Land. I think it was probably one of the only games where it was useful because they kind of made it like semi-required. Yay, found a Purity Stone! Only 4 more, 3 more to go! Amani led a man into the shrine. The head of the family so angry. If the priestess wakes up, the commandment will be broken and the rift will spread. The family had teachers all the handmaidens so hard that they won't forget their duties. The head of the family ordered that Amani be impaled and that her brother be cast out of the manor. Because of the duties of the handmaidens and the duties of the Kuze shrine, there was no other choice. Amani, I'm sorry. Golga's ghost poggers. Say it, don't spray it, lady. She was very into it. May as well just get like a shot on them, even if it's not a... Gotta! Owie. I need to like reread the double thing, because like how do I use that? Was it notes? I don't think it was notes. Well, how do we use that? Maybe it was here. When shooting, if you can pressing the X button, you can charge your spirit power in 2 stages. Shoot by releasing the X button. So it's just like you hold it down and okay, I guess we'll try that. I guess we'll try it. It was the rubber bit on the 3DS that held up the beast. The entirety of the left circle pad had the rubber like decomposed at a molecular level, then it crumbled off the pad. Oh no! I think I've seen that happen for like some people, which is really unfortunate. Really unfortunate. Naming the game Sonic X Shadow is the best marketing move Sega did recently. Yeah, the Sonic AU3 communities was really quite happy about that one. I only have 4, but I do have the Genesis collection with those that aren't showing up. You can probably guess which 4. Sonic Adventure 1, 2, Mania, and CD. The safe ones. The safe ones, that is true. This is a cool room. Does it want me to get closer? Okay, did that do anything? It's a good compilation. I think they had like a VR room you could play in even... Oh yeah, no, I think the Sonic, the Genesis collection did, but it had like a lot of input lag when I tried to play it. I don't think I was imagining it. I think I just searched or something, and then yeah, people were like, yeah, there's a bit of input lag, enough input lag that I didn't know if I could play it. Hello, lady. Oh, he wants to give you a hug. No, spiky hug! Spiky hug! No. Well, that's not good. I don't really want to die here. Stop teleporting behind me. Oh, I might be dead. Might be dead. Never mind. Still alive, at least for now. Where is the nearest save point? Because that is probably something we should think about. A long way away. That's not a good situation to be in. It's not a good situation to be in. Think about it. It's funny how there's a period of 3 to 4 years from when I first started earning money until I got jaded by franchises. I think it was a move most likely because some of the games are being remastered. I've heard that is the reason, yeah. I've heard that's the reason. Workshop was full of ROMs, it was definitely losing the money. I wanted to get the other collection too, but I couldn't afford it at the time. I need to try and get them one day for... I wanted to get the one on the Switch, but it didn't include Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and Sonic 3 and Knuckles is my favorite Sonic game, so I was like, well, what's the point of buying this collection if I can't play Sonic 3 and Knuckles? That's like one of the main reasons I would have been interested in it. I think I mentioned it before, but my new 3DS became a bit of a shelf decoration after the shell's decal began peeling. No, it was a limited edition. I was just like, I don't want to get worse by handling it. It was especially gutting because it even has scratch-proof cover on top of the shell since day one I bought it. No! No, honestly, that happened to me too. That happened to me too. I have a Majora's Mask new 3DS. And some of the decals started peeling on the side, and then after that point I put a shell on it and never progressed any further. But yeah, no, it is really concerning. That's really concerning. Real, thank you for looking. Almost impossible to find replacement, even reproduction shells of Edition 2. Oh, I had that problem with the Game Boy Advanced Micro, where I bought a special edition Final Fantasy IV Game Boy Micro from Japan. And when it arrived, it had a scratch on the screen, like a big scratch as well, and it was obvious every single time you played a game because there was this like gigantic rainbow colored gash right down the middle of the screen, and the Game Boy Micro screen is so small that like the scratch literally took up probably like 80% of the screen in terms of like length it went across. And then I was like, okay, well, I'll just get like a replacement shell for it. But you can't get a replace. There's barely any like Game Boy Micro like replacement shells being sold anyway. Like the entire appeal of that console was that you could buy these like you could buy like different covers for it to like decorate and accessorize, which is really cool, but you can't find them anymore. The only one I could find was this like blue like rainbowy a blue like electric thing. It was really disappointing. It kind of ruined the Game Boy Micro for me. I actually quite like the size of it, but the yeah, that was a bit devastating. Maybe I'll buy another one day if I can be bothered. Hi Med, welcome. Welcome. I got the Sega Mega Drive and Genesis Classics years ago. It was a good collection. I used it for playing ROMs. Oh. I went and got all the Ultima and Wing Commander games on GOG though. Oh, I have been, well, it's mostly Ultima Online, Ultima Underground that I'm interested in, but I am interested in Ultima, and Wing Commander does seem very cool. Origins does, but there's no Michael Jackson music. There is a way to mod the game so that the music comes back, which is nice. Although it turns out that the version of Sonic 3 Knuckles that I played was the PC version, and the PC version I think has like same or similar music to the music that replaced the Michael Jackson music in Sonic 3 Knuckles on Sonic Origins. So in a weird kind of way, when I downloaded the modern music, I was like, wait, this doesn't sound right. this doesn't sound like what I remember it sounding like. I actually like replaced the music that I remembered with like the Mega Drive music, which was kind of funny to think about. I wanted to get all the Wing Commander games, but from what I know, they run badly. Oh no! Probably don't even plan to remake remaster for most of those games and remove them just in case. Yeah. I'm glad they delisted them. Now people pirate those games instead of giving their money to Sega. This is true. Like, in a sense, I don't really know why they delisted them, because now people will just go download the ROMs instead. To be fair, Sega is in league with Nintendo, so they've incorporated a similar mindset. Thank you for the stretch. I'm on chapter 5 of 8 of Fata Morgana, and it's starting to get good. Yeah, it gets a lot better towards the end. I think with Fata Morgana, the roughest chapter is the Beast. I must admit I did nearly drop it when I played the Beast chapter, the Beast key, because I just couldn't handle the growling. The growling was driving me insane. But yeah, we might die and lose all of our progress in Fatal Frame, but I guess we'll see. If we have to, we'll just run. I love Ultima. Haven't been on my Ultima Dragons online ranch account in a while, so I don't remember my nickname. Sounds worse than the prototype soundtracks. Yeah. At least with like the Sega PC games, like the Sonic Adventure. I won't lose. Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 aren't very like good ports on Steam, but at least you can mod them. At least you can mod them. Go away, lady. I just want no herbal medicine, and you're making things really difficult. Storehouse. No, we leg it. We leg it to the save point. Leg it to the save point. His parting gift was a forbidden child. The child had handsome features just like he did. If he stays in this place, they'll cast him away once he turns 4. I have to find a way to sneak him into the village below before then. If I give him the earring his father gave me, I'm sure someday you will be able to come back. He'll be able to hear my voice. I may even be able to see his father again if he finds this earring. I'll name the child Kaname to symbolize our connection. I know this child will come back with his father. This game reminds me a lot of Kuon, which I guess isn't that surprising, even though they're kind of set in different eras. I've been thinking about Kuon lately, and I just really love that game. Janky as the combat was. There was some troll mods in the Steam Workshop with Sega Mega Drive and Genesis Classic. Oh, the Beast chapter was tough for me too. It's a rough one. It's a rough one. I really love the plot for Wind Commander 2. The first game was fairly straightforward, so with 2 they start having your home shit getting blown up by a prototype stealth fighter and you end up getting blamed and nobody believes you. End up as a security officer in the middle of nowhere and just your luck your way into the main plot. Same time there's a spy running around in the new ship. Oh, interesting. Is there a herbal medicine as well? If anyone has a herbal medicine to spare, that would be very nice of them. Oh, this goes upstairs, doesn't it? Closet hallway. Wait, how do I get outside from here? Let's just hope that we don't get hit by anything. At least this is one of those games where it's kind of, you don't really end up like taking surprise damage too much, so maybe we'll be able to find like a healing item. Or something. Maybe. Oh wait, it's here. Why did it not oh, okay. It just doesn't what? Wait. It doesn't show the staircase. Because I was like, what's the point of this this hallway? It doesn't lead anywhere, but it leads downstairs. It leads downstairs. Okay, well that's good. 'Cause now we can go and save the game and pray that it does not kill us. All this and voice acting from 1992. It's something that I find kind of like cool about creepy. In the worst case scenario, we can actually go and like exit the mansion and then come back with full health and ammo, but then we'll also like lose all of our map progress, which is going to make like trying to figure out where the heck it wants us to go like even harder. Like how do you how do you figure out where to go except to just like guess and pray that you're going in like the right direction? I was considering getting Fata Morgana for the Switch, but needs to keep money for Christmas gifts. Probably a good idea. Probably a good idea. You could always get it at a later date when it's maybe on sale after Christmas. Oh, I really like the effect on the candles. Okay, this is actually the hallway we were in before, wasn't it? No, it was over here. Connie, welcome. Good morning. Herbal medicine. That is not herbal medicine. Hopefully no more soft locking. Hopefully. It's definitely a really difficult game to like figure out where the heck you're supposed to go, because like there's no real clues, and where on this gigantic map do you go next? I think there was like a slight clue because it was like they like showed a hole, but I don't remember where the hole was. I don't remember. Could try going back this way because I think there was like something we didn't go and see. I don't want to spoil it, but there are ghosts in this game, Lexi. Oh my gosh! No, no way! Really? That's so scary. I hope I don't encounter any. PSC SX2 supports like 99% of games now. That's awesome. Really, really awesome. Very happy about that. Maybe I should just have a guide up so that I'm not wandering around the mansion like forever. But that also kind of feels like it negates some of the purpose. Okay, let's try going down here. Because it did kind of like guide us towards this direction, and I made a rapid detour because I was on 0 health and I wanted to save so I didn't like lose all my progress. Silver is strong. Okay, well, at least we know, right? At least we know that we can't go there. So now we just have to go all the way back up the stairs again and then try somewhere else. This game is 1000% haunted. It is. It is. I do really like it. Like there's a lot I like about it, but it's also like a massive pain in the butt. Thank you. I think if the lady that hugs you, if we see her again, we just have to run, because she does so much damage that if she touches us once, we're dead. Then we'll go for sensitivity next. Yeah, I was thinking about taking a break from Fatal Frame 3, but then I was like, I don't really know what I want to play next anyway. I think the only game that I kind of like occurs to me that I do kind of want to... I do want to play next, which is Vampire the Masquerade, but that's like even longer. Like even if like every single chapter takes like 4 hours to complete or something, then Vampire the Masquerade is still going to probably take up like all of November. Potentially, at least. I wasn't really sure what else I felt like playing. So going this way is not going to help us, so maybe we have a look down here, because we seem to have like explored most of... Oh, did we go into the doll room? Actually, that's kind of close by, so we should probably do that first. Just in case. Because we don't know which rooms like we have to go to, so we kind of have to go to them just in case they contain something that might be helpful. You're not a quitter. I try not to quit if I can help it. Well, even if I took a break, it would only be like temporarily. But that's kind of the problem, is that if I took a break to play like Vampire the Masquerade, then by the time I got back to Fatal Frame 3, I'd be like even more confused. Okay, we found a Purity Stone. Great, wonderful. Wonderful. It's like 50 plus hours, yeah. You know what? I don't think it's worth fighting her. Assuming it's like the same one. It's like 20 hours. Yeah, well 20, 20, anywhere from like 20 to 50, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes. I guess it depends on how distracted we get and how much we focus just on the main story. With those kinds of games, I do tend to like to do most of the things if possible. It sounds like the ghostie is still chasing us. Hi Debbie, hi, welcome. How's Fatal Frame 3? I'm really enjoying it, but oh my gosh, it's so hard to figure out where on earth it wants you to go. Which is fine, but exhausting at times. Maybe we could try going in... Whoa! Rag, thank you so much for the gift sub to Debbie, thank you. Oh girl, after playing this game I know that mansion like the palm of my hand. Oh, it's so it's so big. It's just so I don't think it would be as much of a problem if you like knew where it wanted you to go, but it kind of doesn't super like there was like a hint, but then I don't remember where the... It's like, go find a hole, but I don't remember where the hole is, so oh well, I guess I'll just wander around until something happens. Yeah. Scariest jump scare of it all. It's true though, it's true. Like the rest of Fatal Frame 3, not that scary. Not that scary. Even the room that like trapped you, that like they lock the door behind you, and then a bunch of like spooky ghost faces appear on the wall. Really cool, not that scary. The subscriber notification sound with like the cute little Lexi doing a little dance, terrifying. Let's go here first. I think the previous chapter took me like 4.5 hours, though probably an hour and a half that was just like chatting time. We've found like 2 of the 4 things, so If we just keep going eventually, then surely we'll be able to figure out where it wants us to go. I do actually really want to go back and play the rest of the Tenchu games as well. I was really enjoying them. But I think like taking a break from Wrath of Heaven, I think it was up to, was probably the right call at the time. Please give me herbal medicine. You know what? Let's just keep walking and then hope that we don't die. Let's just hope we don't die. Maybe it'll be fine. Maybe it will be fine. Purity stone, purity no! Why is it so hard to find a purity stone? Fatal Frame 3 specifically has probably been on my bucket list of games I need to /want to play for like the past I don't know, basically since it came out and I found out that like half the game took place in a house, because I'm really fond of that kind of like blending of the domestic with spooky scary stuff. Specifically like the way that you have kind of a safe space that you go back to, but then maybe it's not always going to be a safe space for you. Maybe it will end up being haunted. Okay, save point is good. Not to backseat any or anything, but I suggest trying not to die. That's a pretty good suggestion. Can I say that I do not think the main character is dressed properly for ghost hunting or walking across the rooftops? Well, technically they're in the dream. They're in a dream world and they're actually in their sleepwear. So, compared to how they are in real life, it's actually like far better dressed for the exploration that they're doing. It's probably like the one Fatal Frame game where the outfits kind of make sense. Herbal medicine! Herbal medicine! Herbal medicine! Oh! That's not herbal medicine. Just like Silent Hill 4. Yes! Yeah, I love Silent Hill 4. It's actually like a strangely rare trope to even have happen. Like you have lots of games that are spooky, scary stuff set in a house. That's not uncommon. What's over here? Like PT and so on and so forth, but I don't think it's probably down here. I'm just going to take a guess, so we'll leave. Cut our losses and then pray that I Um, pray that I didn't actually miss anything. Stay away from instant death. That's always a good idea. Hi there, hi, welcome. How's progress? Not too bad. We're like halfway through this chapter and it's only been an hour and a half. Which is not that bad. I guess it's probably going to be about like an hour per chapter minimum. Probably like slightly longer. So if I can get 2 or maybe even 3 chapters done today, I would be really happy. If I can't, then that's okay. Oh, there was a good spooky jump scare here. Can't believe Lexi actually'd me. We all live in house, but what if house was ghost? Oh my gosh. No. Tracker, hi, welcome. Thank you for the stretch. Oh, Rika can't catch a break. She really can't. She really can't. They shouldn't bully cute girls. It's illegal. True. True. Where do I want to go? It's the... okay. Okay, well, at least we know it isn't down this direction, probably. Unless it is. And I missed it somehow. Which, to be fair, wouldn't be that shocking, but, you know, whatever. I did really like the spider lady that appeared in the bit where you have to crawl. You have to, like, crawl through the cracks, and then the spider lady, like, runs up towards you. That was pretty cool. Yeah, strangely enough, their outfits do kind of make the most sense in this game. It is really funny though that Fatal Frame fashion has taken off and become like its own thing. Oh? I mean, promising. Well, that's very kind of them. Kind of them to give us a herbal medicine right before they try to kill us. Fatal fashion. We actually didn't save that long ago. Oh. Scary. Ow. At least she doesn't do too much damage. Well, I took a. Oh, never mind. Just do be like that sometimes. Might be better to actually like reload the save and try again. At this point. Me up for I'm going to grab the last Pepsi can in the fridge. I love the spooky hugs you get in this game. Yeah, they just like grab you and then like shake you about a bit. Well, maybe it's fine if we survive on like 0 health. maybe that's okay. I mean, what do we need health for really? Like worst case scenario, you can just exit the mansion and come back. No, actual worst case scenario is that she reappears and then tries to ambush us again. Herbal medicine! Herbal medicine! Oh, well that's also, something quite nice. A win is a win is a win. Yeah. It's kind of nice that in a sense, like I love, in survival horror games having to manage your resources and like restart if you mess things up. It's like one of the things that makes them fun to me. But at the same time, it's kind of nice that the overarching pressure that you get from having to manage your resources with like such intensity. I think that's the third one. My mother told me I have an older brother. His name is Kanami Date. And he lives in a house on the outside. In the Kuze house, they throw away boys, so he was sent outside. She told me many times that this was a secret. My brother has the same earring as my mother. They're beautiful earrings that she got from her father. Mother gave it to him so that no matter where he is, he can hear her voice. I wonder if he can hear my voice too. I want to see him. Reika was made into a priestess. I help take care of the priestess. She tells me about the outside. She says when she talks, the pain isn't as bad. I'm glad that I can be of some help. The priestess has an earring just like Mother's. She says it was a present from a good friend so that she can hear his voice no matter where she is. I think that friend is Kaname. The priestess talks about him a lot. The priestess seemed kind of lonely. I need to play the recent Either Somnium Files game. Good morning, Tiny Fairy Red. Hi, Alex. Hi, welcome. Welcome. Apparently this game had a lot of bugs originally, not just in PCS X2, though I don't know if they're the same. Oh, interesting. Happy weekend. Happy weekend. Happy weekend, everyone. Unlock doors, relock. Night doesn't happen. Sometimes some dialogue triggers at the wrong time. And the recommended solution is to use multiple saves since the bugs are random and won't reproduce easily. I really should save in multiple slots, shouldn't I? I should really save in multiple slots. That's not a herbal medicine. I think running in this case is probably the best solution. Because there's 2 of them. And like it's good experience. Out. Sealed by someone strong power. Okay, fine. Whatever. Well, that was lucky. Ow. No, I'm being bullied by children! Who'll win in a fight? One cute girl or two slightly smaller cute girls? That was actually an accident, but I'm gonna pretend that I did it on purpose. Ow, I actually walked into the attack. These girls need to calm down. They're everywhere! Oh, I'm dead, okay. Well, good thing I can just restart. I was going to do that anyway. Mika will win because she is a cute girl in stockings. Apparently the power of two slightly smaller girls was too powerful. No one has ever defeated a cute girl in stockings until now. Did I turn on the progressive scan? I don't know. I don't know if it makes a difference, but... Note to self, please save on different slots and pray that it works. Oh no, I don't remember where I was supposed to go now. It's okay, she's coming right back up. Yeah, exactly. You can't keep a cute girl in stockings down for too long. The top speed of a character is a bit ridiculous. It reminds me of Parasite's Eve's print. she's just going at a leisurely pace. I don't wanna... Oh, right, I remember. Just pull yourself up by the stockings and get back to it. Hi, Membrace, thank you so much for the 5-stream streak. Thank you. Please don't be mean to her. She's just not very athletic. Okay, Japanese women don't eat enough. She probably could eat a little bit more, possibly. Herbal medicine. Okay, hopefully this time I don't like lose all my health to the spider lady. He's kind of scary. Maybe I use my Type 63 film on the small children. Because they're kind of annoying to deal with. I was thinking about using it on the spy lady, but this lady could really do with like a new skincare routine. Always slightly too late on that one. She's pretty tanky. Alexi, I got a little GameStop ad magazine in the mail for the first time ever, and one of those games listed is Elf on the Shelf Christmas Heroes for the Switch. Oh no! Genuinely, I think Elf on the Shelf might be the worst game I've ever played in my entire life. I mean, there's some competition for that title, but the thing that I think like separates Elf on the Shelf from the competition is it's like vile. It's like boring and generic and annoying and slow. It sort of like controls okay. I think there are worse controlling games, but the crime of combination of being boring combined with like how they locked progress. I was genuinely going to finish it. And then they were like, you actually need to do like all of the mini games. Please do all of the mini games first, and then you can play the next stage. It's like you complete every single mini game, and then you're punished for it by being allowed to play the next stage. You'll be like, you're dizzy because you're on eating today and you're only 40 kilos, please eat. And they'll say, I already ate one food this morning, thank you. Oh no. I think she overdid it on the blush. Yeah. Elf on the Shelf vs. Piglet. Oh, Piglet's a much better game. Piglet actually has like something going on. I didn't like Piglet's Big Adventure, but at least it was like semi-interesting. I need to play Elf Bowling 102 on Nintendo DS. Maybe we could do that for a Christmas stream. Although I was kind of thinking of maybe playing Barnyard, I don't know. I haven't made a decision yet. I'm going to play like Dino Crisis sometime in December because it's a Christmas game. I don't know why. I don't know why it's a Christmas game, it just is. It's just, there's something like, there's like something festive about dinosaurs, you know? I'm always slightly too slow. No, wasted. Having two of the spinning ghost girls is kind of a pain in the butt to deal with. Ow. Oh, I'm out of film. Oh. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. One of them's defeated? I think. Okay, so if they're only like circle behind. No, never mind. Trying to figure out a rational explanation for some of these. I'm dead. No! No! If you're going to be garbage, at least be weird, interesting garbage. Garbage. Exactly! Exactly. Exactly. Hi, Mixie. I think that was the other thing. Elf on the Shelf wasn't like that much fun to stream. Like, I think it was a little bit boring. It was funny. It was funny, but I think there was only so far you could take the joke. It's sort of 20 years out of date. It has the exact same vibe as like 50% of the GBA library. I hate so many GBA games. Like, talking about uninteresting garbage platformers. There's so many on that platform. Barnyard Hellcurse. Parasite Eve 2 is also festive. Oh, I do want to play. So I think my plan might be something like Vampire the Masquerade for like the rest of November if I can finish this game eventually. And then like Parasite Eve 2 and then Dino Crisis 1 and then probably see how much time we have before Christmas. I figure can't have Christmas without some vaguely religious crap. You should play the religious Jill of the Jungle game for Christmas. Oh, that one. Yeah. The weird like a Christian reskin of Jill of the Jungle. Why is dinosaurs kind of festive? Is it because of that Steven Spielberg movie? The Dinosaurs We're Back? But I don't think I watched that film because it was too scary for me. It was too scary. it gave me nightmares and I had to stop watching it. My favorite Christmas game, Hybrid Heaven. I really want to play Hybrid Heaven sometimes. But Alexius and Lifeline also a Christmas game. Maybe one day we'll replay Lifeline if I get... Maybe I can make Lifeline like one of the donor goals for... Like if I ever do another donathon, it can be a donor goal. Ghosts are so rude. They are. My favorite one will always be Santa's Grotty Christmas, the one where Santa's drunk and you have to deliver presents without his reindeer down everyone's chimney. Oh no. That one's close. It was. They're kind of difficult to fight because, how do I explain this? They spin around you and it's kind of like there's a slight delay on, I mean it's not bad, but it's like there's this, why it's difficult is there's a slight delay on like when you turn around, and then there's a delay on picking the camera up. And yeah, it's not the easiest. Would you ever play any Wisdom Tree games on Christmas? Probably not on Christmas, but I maybe would play them just like randomly one day. JV has so many games, unfortunately so many games are garbage tie-in slop platformers. Yeah, I don't really like the use of the word slop, but I think it fits a lot of Game Boy Advance games. They are slop. They're slop in the sense that it's like the same kind of like platformer over and over and over and over and over again. There's like literally no end to it. I'm kind of wondering whether I'll save the 63 for the twin girls fight. I think that one's kind of difficult. Most of the slop is made by Vicarious Visions and A2M. I don't know how the output to so much garbage. Good old Aftermath. Back with Don Bluth. Jurassic Park was Spielberg. Oh, we're back with John Bluth. I see. See, we're back where the guy gets eaten by the crows. I don't remember anything about it, but I just remember it was really scary and I never finished it. I thought it was a children's movie. Well, yeah, it is a children's movie. Cubivore, the best Easter themed game. Don't know why it's Easter themed, but I've declared it so. Billy Hatch can be Easter themed as well, I guess. Shovelware. Shovelware is a better word than slop. Yeah. Shovelware was what they used to be called before. The hitbox on this lady is really hard. It's really difficult to get her. Not all of the time. But sometimes it just like, maybe I need to upgrade the sensitivity. Well, that was good. Okay. I mean, we did about as good as we did the previous time, but no, you don't have enough to upgrade anything. No, I do want to play Cubivore. Cubivore is on my list. I think that could be fun. Good night, real sweet dreams. I use slop to refer to something that's just reskin derivative. Yeah. I mean, I think like reskin derivative shovelware, slopware is slop is fine for shovelware type games. I'm convinced if you laid them over each other, these platforms will have the same layout, different colored. I mean, it wasn't like Ninja Bread Man, Anubis like 2 or something, and then the toy game, I don't remember what it was called. there were like three 3D platformers released on I think the PlayStation 2 and the Wii, and they're all basically the same. All basically the same. Can I skip the second Fatal Frame and go to 3, or should I play 2 as well? I think you could, I mean, I haven't played Fatal Frame 2 yet, so yes, you can. I think like a lot of the time you can actually just like play. There's often like an ideal order if you want to play. I mean, it's, wait, what was an example? I personally played Metal Gear games in Metal Gear Solid 3, Metal Gear Solid 4, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, Metal Gear Solid 5, Metal Gear Solid 1, Metal Gear Solid 2. So you can there's a lot of games that you can play in like a weird order. I hate Harry Potter and even like bringing it up, but I read the Harry Potter books like 1, 3, 2, 5, 6, 7, 4 or something like that, because they weren't like in stock at the library at the time, so I just like got whatever I could. As much as I hate shovelware and friendslop games, I have to admit the worst trend by far was retro pachinko games. There's so many of them. The PS1 alone has like 30 pachinko games. It's like, what? Yeah, that is really strange. That is really strange. Ninja Bread Man is a classic. Yeah, it's a classic. 2 is good. No. 2 is good. 2 is good. I mean, I haven't played it, but I know it's good. But you don't have to play them in any particular order if you don't want to. Like, it's not going to. I think the only thing is that playing the first game does add like a little bit, but even then, I don't know. You can kind of like get enough information from Fatal Frame 3 to figure out what's going on if you wanted to. I could have gone for a third one, but this one just requires so much patience. I'll take that. Okay, we got one of them. Nice. No, we didn't. Never mind. It was a ruse. They just keep going for the ankles. This is really tricky. That was my fault. But it's difficult finding an opportunity to attack them safely. You kind of need to like wait for one to go for your ankles and then hope that the other one Sometimes the game allows you to like target them. Like there's an auto target that I'm kind of like hoping triggers, but sometimes it doesn't trigger. Okay, you? No, it didn't work. Okay. I think we can go for another one. Okay, one's down. I think. Maybe. 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 Okay, that was a little bit risky, but you know, we'll take it. Why are these? Why are they being so mean to me? Why are they being so mean to me? Oh my gosh, thank goodness. That was so difficult. From what I heard, Ninja Bread Man was going to be a Zool sequel originally, but no one really gives an F about Zool. Oh my gosh. All I know about pachinko games is 50% of them Umuri Monogatari. The other 50 are mixed. Next, Gen Set, Juggler, Hokuto no Ken. I played the first one years ago, even streamed some of it on Ustream when that still existed. Very good game. I think just do what you feel like. Like there is an order. Playing them in chronological order is definitely like a good idea, and if you think that you'd enjoy the third game, then I definitely give that one a go. But 2 will make slightly more sense, I think. Type 90 film. Type 90 film. There's a hole in that wall, isn't there? I'm not imagining that. There's a hole here, but I guess we can't crawl through it. That was annoying. It was quite annoying. They found the ornament count of the camera strafing sideways. It's true. This is what the enemies in Kingsfield and Shadow Tower feel like when they're facing off against the player. They're like trying to get a hit on you, and the player's just like running around them, circle strafing. I don't really support Harry Potter or the franchise anymore. I do love Chambers, Secrets, and Sorcerer's Stone game. I know a lot of people that like those games. They were apparently quite nice. Nice going ankle biters. Hi Millard, welcome. I think that's what nice NG stands for. Ninja Gaiden ankle biters. Ninja Gaiden ankle biters actually does kind of feel like that boss fight. Oh, do you ever take someone's ankles out? They're not going to have any defense at all. It's a good strategy for unarmed combat. Sure. I don't think about self-defense, but I would think knocking a down is definitely up there with the best strats you can use. True. Thank you for the plaster check. Yeah, no, definitely annoying boss fight. The next fight will be 3 chisel girls. Oh no. Just had to jump to another tab to watch New Zealand dominate Indonesia 5-0 in OSU World Cup. What if that door was actually like unsealed? Oh wait, no, this is the way downwards. Hi Rose, hi, welcome. Ninja Gaiden ankle biters when Ryu has to find God of War size bosses. I was thinking about the God of War games. It's really weird because God of War doesn't like fit my aesthetic. Like when I tend to enjoy action games, I like I like kind of like the goofiness of them to a certain extent, and God of War is kind of the opposite. But I actually really enjoyed the atmosphere and puzzle solving and adventure of God of War, which is really surprising. I think it has like fun level design. I kind of want to save. Do I go upstairs? I mean, what's the worst thing that can happen? A ghost spawns in and then we die. Not likely. Right? May as well just use it now because we're not at full health. Save bestie girl, no one is going to say anything. Oh, save. Yeah, no, saving's probably a good idea. I feel like in retrospect, Kratos' screamy, hissy fit for 5 games is amusing. Yeah, kind of amusing. A little bit. Where does it want us to go now? Well, let's try going up the stairs. Like what's the worst that could happen? The worst childlike boss I have faced is the Dolan Genma Onimusha. She has an annoying grab spin attacks you a lot. She doesn't leave you alone until she kills you once and you waste a revive. Always had anxiety when she followed me to other rooms, worse than facing Nemesis in Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. Oh my gosh, Alex, I want to play the Onimusha game so bad. I bought Onimusha 3 for like $10 when, oh my gosh, that's a save point. I mean, I totally know that there was a save point up here. That's why I came upstairs. It was all part of the plan. But I loved Onimusha 3. I never finished it. It also like had really bad slowdown and I could never like figure out if it was like my PlayStation dying or if it was just the game like running to like a stop. But yeah, I really is maybe I try and like emulate Genma Onimusha instead of the original. Not again. Yeah, I'm just going to ignore the ghost at this time. I'll just pretend that she's not here. Ah! Yeah, I'll just pretend she's not here. Wasn't there like a door here? No, no door. At least like if you keep running, for the most part, it seems like they can't grab you, which is very nice and considerate of them. And I love as soon as the door like closes behind you, that's like everything just stops. I'm being very reductive. As an older person, it's quite funny to see him always angry. Yeah, yeah. I think I never actually played Ascension, the second PlayStation 3 God of War game. But apparently he's not always angry in that one, which is interesting. We could try going out this way. Actually, let's go this way, because we haven't been down here. Whoa! Thank you so much for the gift sub to Alex. Thank you. That was a huge jump. Hello, good morning. I think I've like I've like conditioned myself to like mega jump at the sound as well. Like I get nervous about it whenever it plays. Is there anything down this way? No. Is there a place on Discord to post my friend code? I'd say the video game channel is a good one. There might be some people that will play the Kobia Riders test. Genma Onimusha is the superior version, so they couldn't bring back that version instead. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And like original Xbox is like the trickier console to emulate. How many of those stones? I think we got like 3? I think that's 3 of them. Yeah, 3. Your alerts always trigger me too. This is so scary. Paying the $9 just to jump scare is worth it. Yeah. That's why I haven't turned down, like I've had a couple of people turn down the volume. Ask me to turn down the volume because it is really loud. Really loud. I think there might be some people who might not even watch me anymore because it was too loud for them, which is fair enough, but people sometimes spend money because it's scary, so I need to keep it scary. It's money is more important than people's comfort, including my own. Xbox has been a massive pain to get running. I try every now and then, and after a while making a little progress, just like, oh shucks, I'll try again. Is Genma Onimusha on Xbox Series X Genma Onimusha? I don't think so. It seems like it can be emulated though, so I mean the other option is that I could plug in my Xbox 360 with a capture card. But I haven't used my Xbox 360 in like a bajillion years and I don't even know where it is. And also because it was a pre-owned Xbox 360, I think I tried like two controllers. The first controller, the analog stick drifted, or the D-pad drifted. No, I think it was the analog stick. I think the analog stick drifted slightly. And then I took it back and I got a new controller. And then that controller drifted as well. And then I took it back again. And the third controller also drifted. So a little bit annoyed about that. I feel like what happened was that the first time I returned the Xbox 360 controller, they gave me like another pre-owned one. And then when I returned the pre-owned one, they gave me like the original controller back that I had traded in because it drifted. So after that, I just gave up. Yeah, it shakes me up. It's okay. Okay, good. Crank the volume up. I mean, I don't want to like hurt people's ears, but at the same time, like it's I think like having things that are kind of give your stream some identity is like important, and like I don't want to take one of those things away from the stream. Oh, ladder here. Where does the ladder go? Oh, up there. That's right. There is something over here. Okay, let's just go this way. I still have the OG Xbox and the games are not that expensive. Actually playing original hardware is less of hassle for Xbox. I wonder if the only thing is that I'd have to like get a capture card that could capture components, which is annoying. I do have my original Xbox, but I think the laser was going. Because I couldn't play Ninja Gaiden. Have we been down there? No. Yes, no. We've been down the, we've been down here, haven't we? Yes. So maybe it was over here? But wasn't this like the first place that we went down into? Wasn't that like the first one? I don't remember. Oh well. We hate drifting. We do hate drifting. No, I've been here, haven't I? I've been here. I know when my PS2 is fat, it likes to eat all the laser pickups. My PlayStation 2 Mini, the laser like died, or was like in the process of dying like 10 years ago. Well, even more than that. Like probably 5 years after I bought, we ended up getting it. So I don't know, in 2009, 2008, I think it was when we moved houses somewhere, and I was really upset because my PlayStation 2 meant a lot to me at the time and I wanted it to keep working. But then I discovered that like in the PlayStation 2 Mini you can move the laser like it goes to the back every single time you turn it off. But I discovered that if you like just manually move the laser from the back to the front and then put the disc in, then the disc would work. So that ended up being the solution to my problem, which is kind of funny. Where's the last one? Where have we been? Maybe there was something about the garden corridor. I feel like we might be able to go back there now. Okay, maybe we try going back to the garden and there's a save point there. And if it's not the solution, then we just save the game. We just save the game in a different slot, in a different slot, in a different slot, in a different slot. Remember to save on a different slot. Still gotta get rid of the PS5 controllers. I've got stick drift. The permanent fix involves soldering. I cannot be bothered. Soldering scares me. I know it probably shouldn't, but it does. I get a lot of like modding anxiety. A lot of people like really enjoy taking things apart and then opening them up. I think I have a thing about things remaining in like perfect condition forever. And even like if you take something apart and then it ends up in like equal condition to when it started, I still get anxious about it. Womp womp. Never modded or sold anything because I know there's 120% chance of me breaking. Yeah, that's what scares me. Oh no, it's not here. I mean, that probably is the solution, but I don't remember where it is. There's like 7 holes in the floor around this place. Which hole in the floor? I don't think that there's any holes marked on the map. Pretty sure that's not a hole. Unless it is? Is that a hole? Is that a hole? There was a hole in the futon room. And it's not marked. Oh wait, hang on. Maybe it is in the futon room? We haven't been up there. That was a... Okay, they do mark the holes in the map. So it could be in the tatami loft. Or I could just check a guide, which actually seems like a better solution. Seems like a better solution. I could check the doll room as well. Making them holes. Hi Pam, welcome. Hope you're doing okay. I'm actually having a pretty good stream tonight. Well, I mean, I say that as if I don't normally have a good stream, but I am having a good stream. No, it's really fun. How are you? I hope you have a good luck. I destroyed everything I tried checking. I'm a menace. Yeah, I mean, I think I'd be like really careful, but like, I don't know, it scares me. It scares me. I think people that can mod stuff I think it's really cool. Even when it comes to like upgrading my PC, like I have actually like disassembled and reassembled my PC before, so I know how to do it. But I did it once and then I never wanted to do it again. Like I'd rather pay someone to build a new PC for me than build it myself. I know it's cheaper to build it yourself, and I know that like part of the PC building experience is building it yourself, but I don't care. I'd rather get someone to do it for me. It's scary. In Victoria, I had a local market in the 2000s. It was a pricey haven, so many stores offering modding and burn games. Which is very funny because it's literally next door to Nintendo. Oh, that is quite funny. I always love taking stuff apart, so more than most consoles I've owned. That's cool. Built my own PC when I was still at school. That's cool also. I know people that did build their own PCs. I think it would have been fun if like I was doing it for someone else. But doing it for myself just like sends my anxiety up so much that I'm like, nah, I'll just I'll just get someone else. Dealing with the inside of a PC is stressful. Yeah, yeah. I think also like the cable management makes, oh yeah, it just makes me all nervous. Keep buying new old laptops, so I got stuff to take apart and tinker on. I built my first PC to play Morrowind. Let's go! Oh my gosh, that makes me want to play Morrowind. I wonder if I could play like a little bit of Morrowind actually. What kind of a character would I play? You know, I whenever I used to play Morrowind, I would always play as a stealth archer. Like I always really loved archery. I always thought like bows and arrows were cool. And my cousin's fiance came around and we were talking about Morrowind once because he played it. And he was like, "Oh, what kind of build do you go for?" I was like, "Oh, like I play a stealth archer." I was like, "What kind of rubbish build is that? I've never heard anyone that plays a stealth archer before." And now stealth archer is like the meme. Everyone plays a stealth archer. I was an innovator. I was playing stealth archer before it was cool. I do also kind of want to replay or play. I played Deus Ex like probably 80% of the way through, but something kind of funny. When I played Deus Ex the first time, the game's like clock speed wasn't set right. So for the entire playthrough, like every single enemy like ran at like 2 times speed. Like if you accidentally like aggroed an enemy, they would just like go meow. It was such a problem. I played like the PlayStation 2 version later on because I found a cheap copy and I was like, oh my gosh, everything's so like slow. Everything's so slow and playable. I remember trying to get like the multiplayer of Deus Ex to work and it was literally just like super speedy bots like running around the deathmatch arena like throwing knives at you. It was really hard. I've always got friends who want to build a PC for me, so I let them and I just help out. Yeah, that's the way. Like some people who enjoy doing it. Windows 11 is something to my keyboard layout. Windows 11 is like always doing stuff to things. It was a couple of years ago I built a new PC and I have an RTX 3060 and 32 gigs of RAM. Let's go. Let's go. I think I have a 3080. I did consider like, because streaming with a VTuber model is like pretty intensive, and there was like a slight thought of like, oh, what if I like sold the 3080 and then like upgraded it? But like even if I did upgrade it, it's probably, I mean, there's going to be a jump in quality, but it's so expensive, and then like I don't know. I just want to be able to play like PC games and like run my VTuber model at the same time without it going at like 5 frames a second. Morrowind is a great game to just boot up and screw around and yeah. I was kind of thinking about like having a long-term like Morrowind playthrough where I just play it like occasionally. Not really like trying to do anything. Although I would like to try and beat the main story one day. Because I don't think I ever made like any real progress. I've spent probably like 100 hours or more in Morrowind, but I don't think I've ever made like any more progress than like maybe like 10% of the way through the main story and like a couple of mage guild quests where they were like, oh, go find me some mushrooms. And then I spent like however long trying to find the mushrooms, and I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever had to do in my entire life. screw the Mages Guild, I'm going off to explore an ancestral tomb by myself when I never did anymore. And Mormon always got to roll a bold-looking Imperial Thief or something equally goofy. No one would ever stealth an arch. Yeah, exactly. Completely original idea. Please do not steal. I always play Bresson for the 50% magicers and then go for the Boots of Blinding Speed. Oh, the Boots of Blinding Speed is so good, yeah. Deo Zoomies. Sad playthrough of Skyrim on the Switch, and I hope to beat it this time. The Switch is a good way to play Skyrim. I feel like the later Elder Scroll and Fallout games get a lot of hate. Sometimes by me. But they do have like a lot going for them as well. I enjoyed the atmosphere of Skyrim. I think it's always kind of interesting that like Skyrim and Dark Souls came out at like a similar time, and they kind of became like the antithesis of each other. Like one was a kind of open world fantasy exploration RPG adventure game, and the other one was like a really difficult linear semi-Metroidvania third person fantasy game. Kind of doing like similar things in terms of just being like fantasy games releasing in like 2011, but Dark Souls actually like kind of represented like the anti-Skyrim to a lot of people. I think I played a lot of Fallout 4. I actually finished Fallout 4. Fallout 4 is the only Bethesda game I've ever finished, and I wish I hadn't. I wish I hadn't, because I think like there was some really good parts to Fallout 4. I love the atmosphere. I loved exploring the world. I love like picking up stuff and then like using it for crafting. I loved how like some of the side quests would like lead you into other side quests, and then you go on like these massive like explorer-y chains. And I like some of the stories and side quests and characters, but the main story was like the worst thing I've ever experienced, particularly like towards the ending. Like there was just a certain part where it all just fell apart, and you realize that the only reason they got you to like get to know these like 4 factions was so that you could literally go in and murder every single person in the other faction. I couldn't get over the idea of like getting to know all of these people and then being asked to like go in and just like kill every single person because you chose like a different side with like a slight. It happened with like the railroad as well, which was supposed to be like the good guys, or like the kind of like interesting good faction with like some kind of philosophy behind them, and they were just like, okay, please go and kill everyone, go and murder everyone. Then the only way to like not murder everyone was to side with the most boring faction in the entire game, and then you get like attacked by the syndicate, and then you went and killed like blew up the syndicate, and then they were like, whoa, all never changes, and the credits roll, and it was like 40 degrees on the day I finished it, and I was so sweaty and angry at the end of it. Maybe not angry, just like fed up with it. Anyway, that's my Fallout 4 rant. But I did actually like a lot of the other aspects of it. I just wish I hadn't finished it. So maybe it's good that I never finished Morrowind. Maybe it's good that I never finished Morrowind or Skyrim or Oblivion or Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas. Anyway. I have a 3080 thing, you know, upgrading for Christmas since cards are fairly cheap at the moment. Oh, are they? I mean, like, if I could upgrade for relatively cheap, it would be nice to be able to play some PC games and also stream them. One of the reasons I downgraded my monitor from 1440p to 1080p was that it's easier to run like 1080p games natively and have them look good, and then also have them like be less laggy for OBS when it looks basically the same. Like why try to run like a brand new game at like 4K when you can just run it at 1080p, and within the context of the monitor it basically looks the same. I tried my hardest to save up video card money this year, but I still didn't have enough. They're expensive, especially like if you actually want to upgrade. Oh, well, my PC's only one laptop is running Windows, and every time I go back to it, I get instant PTSD. I've thought about going to Linux like so many times, but just for the practicality purposes of streaming and doing other stuff, I just stick with it, and it's always a pain. Put 3K hours into Morrowind. I've never finished the main story. That's the way. Things weren't the best with Windows 10, but we were managing well. Why did I have to go and make that thing? Gotta get the Morrowind mod that lets you tame and own a Gua, essential to the experience. Yeah. I started to play Diablo 2 Resurrected on Switch, and now I'm grinding like it's 2002. Let's go! I actually really wanted to get Diablo 2 Resurrected, but then they didn't like give a physical release, and then I was like, well, I don't really want to play if it's not a physical release, and maybe I should just go and grab it one day. I don't know, I might be just being stubborn. But I like my physical, I like physical releases. There is like a practical reason. The inconvenience of physical media makes the decision to play a game that much more impactful. Like if you just rely on like subscription services, I get so overwhelmed with like what to play next. But even with like a digital games library, like it's so easy to be like, oh yeah, I'll just play a bit of this, I'll now play a bit of this, now play a bit of this. Oh wait, I haven't like, made any progress on like anything. That's why streaming is good. Not doing the main quest and just getting immersed in the world is the best way to play Morrowind. Yeah. Skyrim did crash on me once. Oh no. Skyrim is fine, just mod the shit out of it. If it's that unpleasant, I say. I mean, I've always thought it was like fine. I guess it's just popular. People don't like things that are popular to a certain extent. There's a it's a vibe. It's a vibe. It's fun to play sometimes. Sometimes you're just in the mood to like explore a big old fantasy world and just have a look around and see what you can find, and then you stop and then you move on. That's the purpose of Bethesda games. Play them for like a little bit until you get sick of them, and then never finish the main quest, because the main quest is like the worst thing ever. But Fallout had some good atmosphere. Also, why fuck is the rebar mole pole melee weapon enchanted with cold? I dropped Fallout 4 fairly fast. I've dropped most of Bethesda games fairly fast after Morrowind. Every decision extreme rather than middle ground or anything. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Hi, Sada. You need to constantly hoover up garbage or crafting time. Your Fallout 4 so hard. I never got into the main quest so much. I actually liked it because I like picking up stuff, and I like that the stuff had like a purpose, but at the same time you kind of need to then like hoover it up. So it's kind of like a hoarder's it benefits the hoarders and then like ruins it for everyone else. I really like New Vegas. I actually really liked what I played in New Vegas. I know New Vegas is popular. I know people would like cry and sob and beg me to play New Vegas, which is why I don't want to do it. I love Fallout 3 being evil is the funniest in that game. I don't think I've ever tried being evil in Fallout 3. I should try it one day. PC parts are currently stupid. 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM is like 170 euros. DDR5 200, not to mention GPUs. Not paying 700 euros for a mid-tier GPU. It was expensive to upgrade last I checked. I'd have to check what the prices are again. New Vegas is special for me because I started learning 3D art to make mods for it. Now it's my main hobby. Oh, that's so cool. That's really cool. Let's find out where to go. Fatal Frame 3 Guide. There's a really good guide for Fatal Frame 3, but unfortunately it's also kind of a bit like the spoiler free thing is a bit of a pain because it doesn't give you quite enough information to figure things out. Did we go to the dollar altar around here? I don't remember, but let's try going over here anyway, just in case, who knows. I played through all of Fallout 4 and I had a similar crash out finish. I was like, that's it. And then I went back to it. Several DCs came out. It's like, nothing can fix this. Hot mess and wrote off. Apparently, Faha was good. Oh, Faha did actually look interesting to me. I don't think the other ones were interesting. But as an enjoyer of cosmic horror, oh, where's the other Dole altars? Dole Altar East. I was like trying to see if they're not listed on the corner room. Are they listed on the map? I don't think they are. Flickering hallway. Storage room. Dolo to south. Under the floor. Is there ever a way to like figure out which ones we've taken? Purity stone. Let's go. Purity stone. Blue. Dole Altar North. Garden corridor. Above the foyer. Okay, we need to walk across the beams. Okay, okay. That's not so bad. But yeah, no, I wouldn't mind streaming New Vegas one day. The only thing is that those games are long. I do tend to avoid streaming like really long games. Games that are like 20 hours is kind of like the maximum I would look into. Like I would prefer, wait. I would prefer not to stream something that's like that much longer than 20 hours if possible. Oh wait, those guys are easy. Never mind, I just got hit for no reason. No, never mind, never mind. Just restart the game. Just restart the game. I loved Fallout 3 in New Vegas. Yay! I'm always happy when people enjoy a game. Because like everyone has like such mixed feelings about everything. Like there's people that will love Morrowind and then hate like Skyrim, and then you'll have like someone that will. I had a friend once that hated, despised, detested Morrowind, thought that it ruined the Elder Scrolls series forever because Daggerfall was the correct direction for the series to go. And the map in Morrowind was too small. Too small. And there's always like everyone it's just nice to it's nice to be able to like appreciate a different kind of game. Even if there's not something that I'm terribly into, I'm always like rather interested in other people. I think it's this way. Yes. I'm always happy and interested when like someone, like for the longest time I loved Kingdom Hearts 1 and I really felt disappointed by Kingdom Hearts 2. But I watched a lot of people that just like really love Kingdom Hearts 2. I've tried to absorb their feelings on it so that maybe one day I too can be an enjoyer of Kingdom Hearts 2. And I've definitely like softened on Kingdom Hearts 2 a lot than when I was I think like the thing going from Kingdom Hearts 1 to Kingdom Hearts 2 was that I really enjoyed like the surreal, somewhat nightmarish like vibe of the first game. Like it was very surreal and very weird and very dreamlike, and I really like the rivalry between Sora and Riku. And then I never got to play Chain of Memories because I didn't have enough money for it, although I did emulate it, but then I only made it like halfway through because that game is just basically like a card-based retread of the first game with some like extra cutscenes that are incredibly important. But yeah, I do want to one day eventually get back in. Cute little girl. Replay Kingdom Hearts 2 properly. I've actually given it like a bunch of attempts to replay it. And every single time the Twilight Town section, which ended up being like really criticized at the time, actually ended up being the part that I've enjoyed the most every single time I played it, to the point where I nearly teared up the previous times I replayed it, which is a good thing. Would you ever play a BioWare game, not counting Sonic Chronicles? I wouldn't mind. Oh, there's actually 2 BioWare games. Jade Empire is actually on my list of games that I do want to finish one day, and I would actually kind of like to replay Knights of the Old Republic one day. Even though I've spent a lot of time. I really need to finish Knights of the Old Republic too, because I like that one a lot better, but what other BioWare games? Probably none of them. Probably none of them. The Mass Effect trilogy is too long and really not like the kind of thing I normally stream. And I wouldn't stream Dragon Age Origins. But yeah, Jade Empire and Knights of the Old Republic 1 would be interesting. I actually wouldn't mind, like, I played Baldur's Gate 1 and I really liked it, but then I realized I got to the end and I had no idea what the story was. There was like a really major twist about like the origin of your character, and I knew what this twist was because I actually played like a little bit of Baldur's Gate 2 first, because I borrowed it from the library a couple of times. I wasn't able to play it because the game looked too evil, and my mum saw it and mum was like, no, you can't play it. It was like, oh, okay, but what if I like try to play it while you're not looking? Then she saw me playing it, so I was like, don't play that, otherwise I'll be disappointed in you. So I never played much more of it. But anyway, I knew I knew like a slight twist that supposedly happened in Baldur's Gate 1. So I was playing through Baldur's Gate 1, like waiting for the twist to occur, and I was like, wait, when wasn't there supposed to be like some kind of a big reveal? I was like right at the end, and then I checked the journal, and then apparently like the major plot twist I just kind of like, I either missed it or it was mostly like relegated to your journal. Like it might have been somewhat in the dialogue, but it was mostly like you were reacting to it in your journal. I was like, oh, that was definitely not as in your face as I was expecting it to be. All Bethesda games can probably be done in less than 20 hours if you only do the main quest, but that would be only playing the worst parts of those games. Agree. Agree. I'll say one thing I did enjoy about Fallout 3 is the karma system still did something. It felt superfluous in New Vegas and they just straight up rid of it in 4. Yeah, there was some kind of interesting decisions, like deciding to blow up a town and killing everyone in it. Kind of funny. Don't get me started on King of Hearts 2 again. Isolate, hi, welcome. Jade Empire is so amazing, it literally ruined Coda for me by being so much better. Hi, Cyril. Mass Effect and Dragon Age Origins. I mean, I really liked Mass Effect 2. I've tried to play through Mass Effect 1 like 7 or 8 times. I always start from the beginning every single time because I'm like, oh, this time I'll definitely finish Mass Effect 1. And every single time I like it. It's sort of like a little way into the game, I'm like, I'd rather play something else. I did really like Dragon Age Origins. That's a good game. Dark Brotherhood is a BioWare game. This is true, and I would like to play it. I love a whole playthrough of Jade Empire. Jade Empire is probably the most likely one that would happen. Sonic Chronicles wasn't that bad, just kind of underbaked. I'm so fascinated by the music in Sonic Chronicles that I just kind of find it fascinating. Another Sonic RPG would go so hard. It would, actually. It would. It'd be nice to see. Oh, I just wasted it. Never mind. Boo. I finished Dragon Age Origins and Mass Effect 1 like 5 to 6 times each. Oh. I wouldn't be, my Dragon Age Origins playthrough was like split. There was like, again, I feel like with all of them, oh, not you again. She looks so happy to be, trying to like nail your feet to the ground. She takes her job very seriously. Nice. I just remember how hard choosing snarky dialogue options in Chronicles went. That sounds fun. It sounds like it would be a fun stream game. I really want like a 3DS capture card. Or just a regular DS capture card. I mean, a 3DS capture card would make a lot more sense because there would be 3DS games I could stream. But I guess like the main reason to have like a 3DS or DS capture card is the touchscreen is it just makes the touchscreen so much better. Emulating DS games and then having to use the mouse or even just like your drawing tablet just doesn't, it's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same. Not the same. Getting a double critical in a child feels like bullying. I support it. I think these children kind of deserve to be bullied. I just remember this joke about photographers shooting people. Interesting. I just realized it's 11:30. I got work in the morning. Good night, tiny fairy chat. Good night, Bear. Sweet dreams. I hope work is good tomorrow. I actually don't know how much longer we'll stream. Like, is Fatal Frame 3 a game where we just do like a single chapter in a night? Because like taking 3 hours to do one chapter is insane. Like I could do another chapter and then it would be like 6 hours and I'd only made like a tiny little bit more progress. I don't know. It just kind of feels like I'm not getting it feels like I'm not getting anywhere. Every single chapter is taking so long. I do realize as well that like at the same time it's also hot. It's really hot. And like being hot and uncomfortable while also playing like a pretty confusing survival horror game is kind of unpleasant. Slow but steady. We'll get there eventually. Like even if we have to do it like one part per stream. Even if it literally was just one part per stream. Money led a man into the Kuze shrine. The man waked the priestess from a dream. The Kuze code must be followed. She must be punished by impalement. She must not be let go. I do really like how just ominous it all is. But where do we have to put the stones? So what were you on? I'm bundled up with a warm drink on my end. Yeah, it's hot in Australia. It's almost summer. It's almost summer. It's only October, but we've had like a couple of days that have been like 39 degrees Celsius, which is evil and wrong. And it's just really humid. Like even with the air conditioning on, it's really humid. It's really humid. Whatever. Is it October in Australia? Oh, is it November now? Time goes by too quickly. Tattoo altar. Where is the blind room? Oh, it's tiny than the blind room. Okay. Which is over here. Then the blind room. Is the blind room up in the middle? Oh, it's over there. Right, right, right. Okay. Sending +4 Celsius thoughts over. Upside down and 1 month behind. Can't believe we're 1.5 months away from 2026. It feels crazy. I feel like this year went by relatively slowly until I had to move house. And like the probably 3 months after moving house was maybe like some of the, maybe this sounds like an exaggeration, but I don't think it was. It might be like one of the worst like periods of my life. And I'm glad that I'm feeling a lot better than I was back then. Relieved about that. I did enjoy the games I streamed during that time though. My cousin sent me a photo marked with October 2025. Last week I was so confused since I thought we were in April. Ooh. It's 6 degrees over here in East US. Sounds pleasant at the moment. I am, okay. I like cold weather. I like cold weather. I've genuinely like thought about just moving, going to like Australia in the winter time, staying in Australia during the winter and like autumn, or maybe like, oh, I don't know, like towards like the start of autumn. And then traveling somewhere for the rest of the year. I mean, that's like impossible. That's like the biggest. That that's probably like the biggest fantasy I could possibly have, but I do really hate the summertime. It's not even that I don't get cold during the winter, because I do. I actually get rather cold. But I quite like the feeling of being cold. Kanamizate snuck in with the people who came to ease their pains. He said he wanted to see the priestess just once. It is against the code, but as she is going to have to perform the rite of commandment soon, she won't be able to leave again. I just want to help them meet, just once. Konami went into the shrine, to the priestess's place. Men cannot go into the shrine. I'm sure the mistress will be upset. Okay. Yay! Christy, hi! How it goes? It's hot here. Hot and humid. How are you? When it's too hot, I can't do anything. When it's too cold, I can solve it by moving. Yeah. Yeah, I hate hot weather. On the upper level. Can I just leave this room? No. Ow. Wait, did I save before? Oh, poop. Oh no, I did save, I'm pretty sure. Well, whatever. They keep moving everywhere. Yay! Yippee! Not the muggy. It's so muggy! It's so muggy. Taps mug. Oh no, the ghost looks like shoved you. She's a fragile lady. Look who's dreaming again. Got musty film. I wonder what ghost tastes like. Interesting question. Maybe kind of musty? Speaking of musty. Oh, it's nothing bad. I just had another bad dream. Yay! It's daytime! At last. Marshmallow. Yummy. Maybe like a kind of flavorless marshmallow though. Like sugar-free. Not like Haribo sugar-free. Just like not sweet. I was interested myself, so I did some research on that lullaby. You're interested in too, right? In the mountains of the Mutsu region, there is an old lullaby that was only passed on to certain villagers. Sleep, child, go to sleep. If you cry, the boat you'll ride, the boat to the other side. Once you get there, the bib you shall wear, and you will be punished should you fail to lie still. Within the same mountain chain, the song The Sleeping Priestess was only translated to a certain number of villagers. The dissemination is thought to be dependent on elements such as the village's roads and locations. As the usage of the word priestess implies, the song is thought to have its origins in indigenous folk rites, given its method of transmission. As for the lyrics themselves, the opening line, sleep child, go to sleep, calls the child into sleep. The next part, if you cry, the boat you'll ride, the boat to the other side uses the word boat and the other side, which is suggestive of banishment. It can be taken as a stanza of a threatening song, which is to frighten the child into sleep. The bib you shall wear can be understood to depict you'll be dressed up to go. After, should you fail to lie still, the inclusion of the frightening words you'll be punished impresses admonition. I'm too tired to pronounce that word correctly. Perhaps as the once ceremonial song changed into a lullaby, metamorphosed into the threatening song so common in the Mutsu region. Verse 2. Sleep, child, go to sleep. If you should wake from your slumber at night, great wooden stakes shall pin you down tight, lest the doors open wide and the others that sleep wake too. The second verse develops in a very similar way and makes use of the same elements. If you should wake threatens that if the priestess should wake during a ceremony. In the lullaby, this means sleep. The woken priestess or child would have their limbs pinned by stakes. These great wooden stakes may be a remnant of a religious phrase. At the last part, lest the doors open wide and the others that sleep wake too, there is a shift from a familiar story centering on the priestess to an uneasy end, both vague and large in scale. It's thought that this expresses religious fears such as dread of the underworld. Interesting. Does Miku sleep in stockings? That would be uncomfortable. No, she sleeps in just regular sleepwear. I'm not sure how much longer we'll keep going for, because I'm kind of tired and it took us 3 hours to beat one section. So does that mean it'll be like 6 hours before we beat like the next one? The cassette tapes I had restored are finished now, so I'm sending them. My tape player broke, so I can't listen to them, but apparently they were in pretty bad shape. So even though they've been restored, they may be hard to hear. In the dream I had the other day, I saw Miu deep in the manor. It looked like she was after her missing sister, Mayu. I guess it has weighed on me. When I wake, the pain and the tattoo spreads, just like the story says. If I don't hurry, I may also go missing. This may be it for my investigation. Once I get off the mountain, I'll give you a call. I kind of love the concept of like all having the same dream. It's a good thing Television never got made, or these games would be unplayable. Lullabies and fairy tales that are basically be quiet, good, or suffer are crazy. Like, yeah, I'm sure threats will settle the upset child down and relax him. Yeah, it is kind of crazy. Oh my gosh, hi! Feet. Oh, pretty. With difficulty scaling in mind, the next section will take 6 hours. That's what I'm scared about. Maybe Fatal Frame 3 is just like a one chapter per stream kind of game. I wasn't expecting Fatal Frame 3 to take like 45 hours to finish, but I mean, oh, hello. But at this rate, here we go. looks like this tattooed skin on the altar. On it I can make out a kind of snake-like pattern. An image has emerged on the woman who was on all fours beneath the floor. I can't see her face. Was she someone who had gone missing too? I do really love the structure of this game. It's just very long. 39 degrees. Are you still alive? Yeah. It's not very fun though. Like, I guess that's the other reason why this is taking a while, because like it's so hot and humid in my room at the moment that it's just kind of like, it's just kind of slightly unpleasant, I guess.
どうかなさいました？わかりました。わかり次第報告します。今日も雨ですね。
The voice acting has like such a airy quality to it. I wonder if there's some more. I do understand why well, I mean it's kind of obvious, but it is nice that the statue is from a derelict temple in the Akita Mountains. It is standing upright but seems to be holding something like the reins in its hands, making it a very unusual Buddha statue. The temple appears to have been neglected for many years, and both the ceiling and floor fell in. The books were completely decomposed. Upon investigation, a small amount of blood was found on the statue, and there were also traces of the same blood on the floor of the temple. It appears some kind of folk ritual or sacrifice may have taken place here. No oral tradition or documents related to the temple are left in the surrounding mountain villages, so the details remain a mystery. I think I just was thinking about this as I was reading that. I think that part of the reason why each chapter is taking so long is that the past two chapters have both been like, find 4 things around the mansion and we won't tell you where they are. And go find the 4 things and then come back. Whereas like the earlier chapters are like, go here and then do this thing, and then you wake up and the chapter is finished. I think that's why it's taking us so long. Hey, does anyone want to have a look in the attic? Doesn't seem to be anything up here. That's a shame. Got lost in this place and then go get lost in this place. Yeah. Because I'm really enjoying myself, but at the same time it's like, it's just 3 hours to go through a single chapter. I mean, like maybe 30 minutes of that is probably like chatting. I don't know. It's still a pretty long stream. 3 hours is a long stream when you're sweaty. 3 hours is a long stream when you're sweaty. I think that's my least favorite place in a horror game. You don't want to go back up in the attic? Maybe the next chapter is going to be like really short. No. No. Some of these, maybe if we take a break tonight, then we might actually be able to make some more progress tomorrow. And Although some of the later chapters are like really long again. And there's definitely like another chapter where they're like, find the five mirror fragments. Find the 5 mirror fragments around the mansion. That's right at the end though. We'll see. I think we're at the end of this tape. Okay, Scene Dream 2. Oh? I do really love that this mansion seems to be affecting people that are just like suffering either from survivor's guilt or just like desperately missing their loved ones, or maybe a little bit of both. It's kind of a fascinating concept to be like trapped by your own guilt. A very like real kind of concept as well, like from a it's kind of like a game about mental health, which I appreciate. Aaron, thank you for lurking. Oh, Saren, sorry. Sarah, I didn't see the S. Oh wait, no, it might be Aaron, never mind. Interesting. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Do I keep going? Wait, let me let me check the guide again. Because if it doesn't like seem like it's that long, then maybe we could just do one more. Grab the ginger key, enter the twins' room. Get both keys. Wait, no, both keys are probably fine. There's a lot of keys in this one. No, I'm too sweaty. It's too sweaty. It's too sweaty. I want to go to bed. It's so sweaty. It's so sweaty. It's so sweaty. It's not. I hate summer. I hate summer. I need to like turn the air conditioning up like even more. Oh. Okay. I think we'll end stream here tonight. Sorry we didn't get past that much, but progress is progress, you know? Progress is progress. That's so great. Appreciate the stream. Thank you for coming. I'll probably stream tomorrow if I am able to. Because like if I kind of like take a one step at a time and like we get as much done, I think if like it took maybe like an hour and a half to do a single chapter instead of like 3.5 hours or something like that, then I'd feel more comfortable with like starting the next one up. But like if the next chapter is like another even like 2 hours, that's 2 hours being like sweaty and uncomfortable, which is like not really that fun. Thanks for coming. Progress, not perfection. Exactly. Yeah, no, it's good to. Perfectionism is really hard to deal with. Perfectionism is difficult to deal with, but if we get there like slowly, then eventually we will beat this game. So that's just what we need to keep doing. Fatal Frame 3 is actually an 120-hour JRPG. It is. If you could stay for the raid, that would mean a lot to me because it makes me happy seeing the number be big at the end. Oh, who do we raid? I think I know. Oh wait, hang on. Wait, did they stop streaming? No. Okay, well at least we get the ad break out of the road. But we'll raid Joro. Yeah. It's scary raiding new people. It's scary raiding new people. Thank you for the hydrate. Good night. Good night, everyone. I'll just wait for the ad break to end on my end. Okay, now we can raid. Very scary. It's very scary. Very scary. Fail Frame is not as scary as raiding new people. But yeah, I think I'll be back tomorrow. I felt very defeated after like the previous stream to the point where I was like, again, I'm not really sure if I want to even like keep playing Fatal Frame 3 for the moment. But I feel more motivated and I'm like, okay, yeah, it might take us a while to get through this game, but we'll get through it eventually. We'll get through it eventually, even if it takes another week of streams. I will we will prevail. We will prevail, and it will be satisfying, and I'll be happy that I did it because I know this game will end up meaning a lot to me. So yeah, thank you everyone. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Sweet dreams, and see you tomorrow. Hopefully, if everything goes according to plan. Good night. Bye. 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 Bye.